Pauno, commiserations, defeat here against Preston. What was your kind of overall take on today's game?
It's a hard loss. We have to congratulate our opponent and acknowledge that today we didn't have our best game. But I think looking back, the first half was very even. I think both teams were trying to push back and forth to create opportunities, which, to be honest, didn't happen. And then second half, we had a sloppy start, and we considered a penalty, which we stopped, and we used it as a very good boost for the team and the reaction we had right after. Two very good opportunities that we didn't convert, and in these kind of games that goes against you. I think also in the goal that we conceded, the first goal, we could have been a little bit more focused and been more prepared to win the second ball. But anyway, we try to switch formations in the second half, try to put more powder, more goals on the field, and affect them more in their box. Something that didn't work quite as we wanted, but in those breakaways and counterattacks, we weren't also ready, and our defensive awareness preparation wasn't good today. But it's also understandable, especially when you're pushing forward and you're pushing numbers in order to tie the game and get closer to control it. So everyone is obviously disappointed, but we don't want anyone to put the head down. We want everyone to react and use this frustration and anxiety that we have towards the next game. We want to pick up and go back to the basics, things that we did in the past, which we also addressed for today. Was a main goal to go back to the basics, but definitely we have to keep working on that. I think we have to keep ourselves accountable, starting with myself and the staff and the people obviously at the team. So I think everyone can do better, and we have to prepare in just a couple of days for the next game.
Obviously, in the Championship, so often that first goal is the all-important one. At 0-0, we had some quite presentable chances, and so far this season, we've usually stuck them away, gone a goal ahead, and used that to our advantage. Couldn't do it today, unfortunately.
No, I think we were very clinical so far in attack. When we have opportunity, we were very good executing, but on the other side also, we weren't consistent in defense. And as I said, we weren't ready for their pace and their breakaways, especially after the first goal we conceded. We have to learn from this. It's a very good learning opportunity for the team, and we have to look where we can improve and what we have to fix. We don't have enough time to dwell upon it, but definitely next game is a great chance for us to get back on a winning streak.
Yeah, absolutely. I mean, and that next game, a few days' time here against Stoke City, you mentioned it already. You don't want your players to be anxious or down about defeats because, yeah, I mean, that winning spirit has kind of worked so well for us so far.
Yeah, you have to listen. You have to feel it. You have to feel it. You have to absorb this pain that you feel after a defeat, but you have to know also how to bounce back and how to convert those feelings in something positive. This is something we are going to work on in the next couple of days, but definitely we have to do better on every side of the ball.
And that's young players who have got less experience, the older players who can give a better direction and things. They'll have experienced it before, so everyone's got to work together.
Yeah, everyone plays a role, as we say, and in these kind of things, everyone can be a leader. Everyone can step in and express positive feedback. Obviously, acknowledging that we have to get better, and this is something we always said, and we always work towards the improvement when we win and when we, in this case, when we lose. So everyone is important to understand and to react positively with no anxiety, but definitely pride plays a big role.